What's up, everybody? This is Gad'dreal, the Crazy Spaniard, and today we are going to be breaking down the Matrix 4 trailer. I believe this one's called Resurrections. How convenient, considering both Neo and his little lovebird come back to life. Considering the fact that both of them were dead. As we last saw in the last Matrix movie, but not necessarily, as you will see in this trailer. What looks to be like, I think her name's Trish or whatever Neo's girlfriend is, in one of these cool little vats. I don't think they actually died, or maybe the robot somehow resurrected them, if you will, because, you know, this is a super duper crazy ass powerful and intelligent AI that is ruling the world. So let's go ahead and get into this real quick. Oh, look how pretty and fancy that is. Oh, I'm gonna live there one day. Right there at the little peak of that Leo. It's so cute. Oh my god. And that yellow and that just there's trees in front of that little. Anyways, here we go.
Thomas, you seem particularly triggered right now. Can you tell me what happened?
The cool word about that word, trigger. I never knew that was a thing until I was like 27, actually. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, back in whatever the fuck, last year. Yeah, I was like 27, actually, about to turn 28. And I didn't know what the fuck triggered was until, like, the LGBTQ thing and Antifa and BLM and all that other stuff got started. And fuck, you can get triggered now because, you know, we gotta be politically correct and fuck your freedom of speech, even though you really shouldn't be running around in the middle of the street saying fuck everybody and fuck this. You know, keep your opinions within your circles and be respectful to everybody, okay? Nobody likes a belligerent asshole who runs around cursing people. You can have your little freedoms, but just be cool about it, because nobody gives a shit about your opinion, let's be honest. Anyways,
I've had dreams that weren't just dreams.
Okay, clearly you can see he's been having like flashbacks of his previous existence. He thinks he's going crazy, or at least the majority of the Matrix thinks he's crazy. To be ignorant again. Oh man, I should have took the blue pill. Why didn't I take the blue pill? But anyways, yeah, so you have a very anxious and like super tweaked out Keanu Reeves, Neo, like in his what I like to call God form, aka John. You know, the boogeyman form. I like this. This was a cool look for him. But yeah, I just never knew. He's oh damn, I can't think right now. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's just kind of like recollecting on his previous life. He probably just incarnated like suddenly, or when they reset the system. Who knows what the hell happened to this dude. He was probably backed up somewhere and noticed that they kept this one alive along with his little lovebird, probably so that a new form of the one wouldn't, you know, reemerge, a more powerful version. It's probably in the AI's best interest to keep this predictable one now alive, rather than have an unpredictable one reemerge, a different one that they have to reevaluate and kill all over again or whatever. You know, keep your enemies close kind of thing. But here we go.
Am I crazy? We don't use that word in here.
Oh, look, it's little Barney. Oh, man. How I Met Your Mother. Little cute dorky blue glasses. Jesus Christ, he is so cute. Anyways, we don't use that word here. No, it's just most of us are already batshit crazy, but it's okay. You're not crazy. Okay, so if you notice this right now, take a look at his little scenery right now, and take a look at what he used to have. Mr. Anderson was like a piss poor office dweeb, aka hacker or slash hacker in the previous films, and he was living in some like little rinky dink ass, probably gang filled, drug infested apartment, and now he's got like a skyline view of what looks to be the entire city, and he's in a porcelain tub big enough for like 3 people to fit in. So you know the Matrix definitely hooked him up, probably to keep him hush hush, or just probably to be able to monitor him better, hopefully to keep him more relaxed and in tuned with the Matrix rather than trying to rage against the machine kind of thing. So yeah, they definitely got the hookups in this one, man. I don't know, but you would think that they would fix his brain as well, but I guess they didn't. So he's having these little flashbacks and doesn't know what the hell to do about them. So I guess he's just gonna pop pills, you know. Guess I'll sit around and medicate.
Hi.
Have we met?
Little deja vu moment. Okay, first of all, the pills. Oh my god, the pills. What the fuck? These are little blue pills. How cool is that shit, huh? Like the blue pills that are meant to make you forget. In the first one, you know, you wake up and you don't remember a thing as if nothing happened. But you take that little red pill and holy shit, if you don't fucking trip balls like Alice did after a mushroom-filled day under a tree, chasing rabbits in a hole. Oh, I guess that was the only thing one could do back in the day besides go to war and chase whores in a brothel. Oh, boring. But what I'd like to catch your eye here for a minute is check up right above Neo's head, to the top right there. That's not a smudge. It's not a little defect. He's actually looking up at it, and it looks like a little... It seems to almost form into a face. I don't know, or it's a swarm of shit, but if you remember the big face, the big baby thing, whatever, that come up and talk to Neo at the end of the 3rd movie, it's like he's being watched and he knows it and nobody else seems to be realizing it, and he's just catching everything, you know, kind of like you woke people walking around watching out for synchronicities and alien bullshit. And ooh, quick reference, by the way, I talked to some weird, you know, I'm into conspiracy theories. This kind of looks like it might be that weird mirror thing that's been catching California on fire and shit. That's like, it rotates in front of the sun. It's a big ass magnifying glass that just heats the fuck up. Heats the earth up like really super hot and just burns the shit out of everything. Who the fuck knows what they got floating on up there? But it would explain California catching on fire, you know, the Midwest area and all that. That, or pretty much God doesn't like liberals. I don't know, because it doesn't really explain why he keeps trying to flood Louisiana and wipe New Orleans, that skid mark off the face of the earth. But I bless those who just got through Ida. It just randomly went completely around us here in Baldwin County, Alabama, and just fucking railroaded New Orleans and somehow jumped up to where Cuomo was in New York and gained strength and just completely annihilated the fuck out of the East Coast. I mean, I don't know. It's like these dirty ass cities got hit the hardest. But anyways, God bless those people. Let's continue onward. Check this out. See? What he's looking at here is it's like a bunch of weird little birds or just pixels moving around. But it kind of, if you catch it the right moment, I swear I see a face in this thing. Like you can see the two eyes and eventually the nose and like the face. It's peering in, just kind of looking. It's got like a weird little rod going down it, you know? Maybe it's the impression of that weird baby thing. I don't know. And the ones that mother gives you. I like this analogy. So if you take a look back in the first Matrix, everybody was using the old school brick fucking like dinosaur looking phones. Some of them were souped up, you know, looked pretty cool. Tinier, smaller versions. I would like to think that after they did the reset, that it takes more, they learned more of how to keep us asleep, keep us dumbed down and shit by coming out with new devices to keep our attention and our awareness off of the outside world, if you will, outside of our screens. They seem like a big metaphorical expression of what's going on today, because like back in the day when you looked at Neo's computers and the phones and people were still using landlines and shit, you know, they didn't necessarily have anything but TV and radio and movies to kind of like distract them from the outside world. The bullshit that takes place that we all just willingly go along with and just don't question anything. We blindly follow, what the fuck ever. But this is kind of funny because you hear all the, I've been hearing for like the past decade about how all goddamn millennials won't get off their phones and now suddenly you see Gen X do it, and the baby boomers are doing it too. They're just like, fuck it, I'm gonna sit here and watch TV, whatever. But you know, this kind of seems like this takes place in like the mid 2014 range, and the first Neo was set, the first Matrix was set back in the like 90s, early 2000s, something like that. But don't quote me on that, but it just seems that way. And when they did the reboot, the AI added new, like, cool shit, along with better drugs, the blue pill to keep all the waking people sleepy more, you know, just whatever. Don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice. She's 10 feet tall. That seems like she seems like she would be the new Oracle. I'm not sure. Ooh, I paused it in the right moment. That's cool. Anyways, he flips close the book, Alice in Wonderland, and it seems like some weird little gypsy chick sitting there. That seems like the new version or the new Oracle. Because if you noticed, she did change throughout the movie. I can't remember the real reason as to why that happened. I think the lady got sick or something like that, and they had to replace her, unfortunately, or something like that. But, yeah, that seems like she's going to be the new Oracle. Who knows? Let me take a sip of this beer real quick. Yeah. 14-minute mark. Okay, 14 and a half. Now this is pretty cool because you guys remember the mirror in the first movie where he touches it and it kind of just like absorbs him or just covers him, and then it just like just gets all in his code and stuff, and then he breaks free of the Matrix or some bullshit. Well, this one's just like kind of the same thing, except it's just It's showing him an older version of himself. I'm not quite sure why that is. We'll probably have to see that in the movie. It's some mirror on the wall thing. But, or it could just show what he kind of looks like now as the years have truly passed. The Matrix could make you just re-loop you through the system, and you could probably possibly live thousands and thousands of years in a matter of 100 years or 200 years, however long it can keep your body alive in that vat. It just continuously recycles you, but it probably changes your image to who knows. Let's continue.
Time to fly.
That's pretty bitchin', you know. And time to fly as he slips his buddy a fucking LSD pill. Little did you know this is a one big ass LSD trip. Go South Park and their version of it. Awesome. Time to fly.
Chasing rabbits. If you want the truth, Neo, you're going to have to follow me.
That matters to you is still here. I know it's why you're still fighting.
Now, of course, the only thing that is really, truly still there that he gives a shit about is his little love lady, you know, his little girlfriend. And he doesn't necessarily, this movie, this trailer doesn't really seem like it's, a rage against the machines anymore. I don't know, because like they made peace in the third movie. They did a reset. The humans were fine with the machines, and life was just going to continue onward for both parties. I don't know why people are starting to rage. I guess since these are new characters, these could be newly awakened people, but that doesn't make any sense, because the people outside the Matrix have to wake them up, or these people could just be woke up in the Matrix and still hooked to that vat thingy. But that doesn't make sense, because they're still hooked to the machine's vats, not the people at Zion's hookup system. And it would be easy to unplug them and just kill them and get rid of them. So I'm not quite for certain as to why humans are trying to rage against the machines again. I don't really have a theory on that one.
Why you will never give up. You don't know me. No?
That's another thing that's pissed me off about this. They've had a whole goddamn year to come out with this movie, and they said, of course, it would be at the end of the year, but I didn't know it would be quite literally at the end of the year, December 22nd, man. Like, oh, I hate you so much, Warner Brothers. And see, if you take a look right now, out in the field, I really, truly think, the first Matrix got it wrong with Morpheus trying to explain that the machines are using the humans as nothing more than a mere battery. Well, if you take a look back in the day, if you can remember, it's probably, you never heard of geothermal energy. You never heard of Tesla coils, hardly. It just seems like all this shit suddenly sprang up, I don't know, in 2015 suddenly, where these new technologies sprang up. The robots or the AI could just be using geothermal energy. That's the energy the heat coming off the earth from inside. Could be using wind. It could also be using Tesla coils. As you see, a lot of these ships tend to be shooting out sparks of some sort. It could be using the Earth's magnetic field to fly, free energy type thing. So that kind of they could also be using us too, but you know, they don't. My theory is that AI saw mankind as a threat. They saw where we were going, and when if you watch the Animatrix, we signed a treaty with them, and then they immediately killed the last bit of humanity that didn't follow suit with the plan of putting them in a virtual reality type thing, because mankind had blocked out the sun to try and kill these things because they ran on solar energy solely for some reason, you know, as if they didn't have their own internal Tesla coil type thing. I don't know. But it seems like the machines, for mankind's sake, until they can figure out how to get man under control and teach them how to not abuse power and technology, they keep them in this virtual reality simulation that until they can figure shit out, and then they'll probably uncover the earth that the humans made, because as you can see, it's real cloudy. They blocked out the sun, yada yada yada. If Agent Smith was in this one too, I would really love to see Agent Smith come back. Like, I don't know, probably as like some kind of savior this time. Probably to Neo, because as you can, if you remember in the third one, he does not like the system. But he got destroyed and put back into the system whenever he infected Neo with his code, and that was the way to get Agent Smith back into the Matrix and under control. Yeah, it's pretty cool, and I'd hope to see Agent Smith come back again. These seem like a bunch of new characters, and I'm not digging the new Morpheus. I swear to God, if he doesn't come back, it's gonna piss me off. This new Morpheus looking guy is just not cool. And it's got like a cyberpunk look to it all. You know, a bunch of highly dressed. It's like the game Saints Row so far. I don't know. And this just kind of seems weird. Now, if you could go back for a moment. Oops. I'm going to die here in a minute. If you go back for a moment, and if you can manage to freeze frame on that, it looks like it's her, Neo's girlfriend, or it could be Neo. I don't know. You know, they went whole skinhead mode, I guess, whenever they picked up the bodies and reanimated them and, you know, brought them back to life somehow so that their consciousness can continue to flow. I don't know. Maybe they're building up a few humans to really get mankind back on course, and probably going to be some weird little treaty. There's probably going to be some little plot twist at the end where they've been studying these two, and they're trying to get mankind back to working order and to be able to coexist with them in the actual world. But if you take a look back at whatchamacallit there, it seems like her, or it seems like Neo. But what's interesting is they have like an upgraded VAT system. They're not in a VAT. They're in some awesome looking space. Like, let's see if I can rewind that. Keep in mind, guys, I'm just a simple guy with a simple phone. I don't have any of this fancy equipment. There's no need when you're smart. I have screen record. Now, if you take a look at this, it looks to be like some kind of badass fiber optic cable running into the back of her neck, where her spine meets her little skull there, brain. She seems like she might be like in a fetal position type thing too. But if you take a look around at her, she has no other types of hookups in her like the rest of them would. Like feeding tubes and all that other shit. She has like this pretty badass, like, I don't know, fiber optic, some kind of photon encapsulated cord running into the back of her neck. And like, she is, oh, she's the one's girlfriend, so why not hook her up too, you know? And God forbid if we mistreat her and he comes back and whoops all of our asses again. Gotta treat the dude's lady right. But yeah, not quite sure who that is. It could be Trish or whatever her name is. Oh my God, it's been so long. Anyways, it seems like a lot of blood running through these tubes too. It could be something feeding her. Who knows?
After all these years, to be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
Now, I remember watching that scene and, like, I don't know, some kind of weird documentary about them filming the Matrix whenever him and that lady jumped off the roof together. Of course, they had a cord attached. It was on a little zip line there. But yeah, this is... in conclusion, I kind of feel like this is like a big metaphorical expression of mankind. If we can put this into a spiritual sense for a moment, in real life, of man, Neo representing Trinity, that's her name, not Trish, Trinity, oops. Neo representing the ultimate masculine energy, and Trinity representing the ultimate divine feminine energy. And these two didn't get destroyed. Neo didn't make a choice that was, the previous 6 had to make. He was saved. His body did not get discarded. He was put into the Matrix, but he's reawakening to what he is and his true power. And the rest of everybody else is starting to wake up, and they're stepping into their new power as well. And this could be like, we're tired of taking the drugs. We're tired of staring at screens. We start to understand that we're being controlled in these weird pseudo fucking science ways. And we're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. 'Cause you gotta fight for your right to party. And that's just my theory on the matter. It's just a big old metaphorical expression of mankind reawakening, trying to come to terms and understand what this, I don't know, whatever the fuck we're in, reality, simulation. It just depends on your religious or philosophical belief. Either which way, we're encapsulated in something and here for the ride of it all. But, yep, roll credits. God damn it, December 22nd. Ooh, it'll be on HBO Max. You fucking right, dog. I don't have to pay to watch this goddamn movie. Ad-free plan, I'm already there. And if, what's his face? Film Theory, I like that guy. You should definitely go check him out. He will probably break it down more. Who knows? In his words, this is just a theory, a film theory, and cut.